So we're back. Today we're gonna start tearing into the Z. If you watched the last video, I gave her too much sauce, about 27 pounds, and poked a tiny little hole in the block. It wasn't even that impressive. There was no fire, there was nothing. But whatever, it was my own doing, it was not tune related, just want to make that clear. So today's goal is to strip all the accessories, turbo kit, and everything off so I can look at my motor mounts, because if you watched the previous videos, I mentioned how my shifter is actually crooked because one of the motor mounts is bent or they need more adjustment. I like to do different motor mounts to the frame rails, but we'll see. Might get on the way with the manifolds, but today's goal is to strip it all apart, just leave a bare lung block. And also these turbos are for sale. Both brand new. Well, this one's got about 50 miles on it and a pull and a half. And this one is brand new, never used. They're billet 80s, T4s from BS Racing. And then this one has the AeroPoint wheel. I may use them if I can't sell them. If not, I like to upgrade to a bigger turbine. So let me know. We have a lot of upgrades I want to do this winter. Like fender exit with the turbo kit right here. Cut the headlight buckets. I have all brand new wide body panels to put on, so you're gonna have to stay tuned to watch all that, the progress. So let's get started, because winter seems long, but it's really not. Let's do some YouTube magic. So, as you can see, the whole front end is torn apart. I got a new used hood on it, no dents on it, thank God, from the onesie I parted out. Now, I took the headlight buckets off, because we're not going to be running full headlights anymore. We're just going to put LED strip. And we don't need literally like 90% of this, from the fuse box inside all the way to the one in here. We're going to strip the whole harness completely and just leave the essentials, which is literally just headlights and blinkers. That's it. Fenders are off, bumpers off. We're going to take this whole front end apart too, but I have the newer 86 and up. They're wider in the front fenders. I mocked up already. They're real nice. We're doing new motor mounts from Advanced Adapters. These go to the frame rail, which is super sweet. And then this right here, you can weld it, you can bolt it up right to the frame rail. So we're going to be doing that. That way I can take my subframe off and not have to worry about keeping the engine leveled. Now the Dirty Dingo ones right here, as you can see, 800 foot-pounds of torque will bend that right there. And my motor's been sitting crooked ever since. Alright, I don't know if you can see. These motor mounts are actually supposed to fit this way, right? But the space, the actual mount, the bushing, they're so thick that it will leave me literally like no meat to weld in the subframe, the frame rail. So what I'm going to do is trim here a little bit and then put this under it like this basically, and I'll have a lot more meat to weld on the frame rail. So I don't know where I left off. My camera died. It's been a couple days, but motor mounts are tacked in where I want them. I actually have some reinforcement plates that Cody's making for me. I got to pick this up tomorrow and weld them in, but we're going to pull the motor out because I have a new bell housing coming. So you probably guys hear me complain about my shifter being crooked, right? Because I bent one of my mounts. So let me show you quick what I mean. See that? Everything is level. Car is level, engine is level, but come to find out, they make like two or three different types of T56 bell housings, and the one I have makes the transmission sit 5 degrees to the passenger side. So I talked to one of my buddies, John Martin, and we discovered that. So he ordered a new one because he has the same one as me. He wants his shifter to sit straight too, and so he gave me the part number. It's coming in, and I don't want to build a transmission mount obviously because my trans is crooked. So I'm gonna pull the motor out, get the new bell housing on, put it back on, build a transmission mount, and then we can start on the turbo kit. I'm gonna sit you guys over here so you can see everything. That was the biggest pain in the ass. I just realized, pinch the breather when I put it on. Transmission fluid everywhere. We're gonna clean this up real quick, organize everything, get the harness out, maybe split the trans because it's not going back in the same way we just took it out. So, gonna make my life easier. Just take it off. We gotta change the bell housing anyways, and then get those plates welded. That sucked. Just a quick little tip here. This is the new bell housing. This is the old bell housing. If you look here, compared to the top of the trans, it's straight, right? If you look at this one, it's actually tilted to the driver's side about 5 degrees. That's why my transmission, the shifter was crooked. Because if you look at it straight from here, right? If you look at the shifter back there, it's actually 5 degrees, about 5 degrees to the passenger side. It's weird. I don't know why T56s do that. I thought I had a bent mount, which I still did, but now my shifter's going to be straight. And it's going to be nicer because being it crooked, it was killing my OCD. Shout out to my boy Cody. He made these plates for me. It's real nice, light, super strong. I think he said it's 4110 or something like that. They're super strong. And they're basically gonna go like that. Just have to weld them in. So it'll be nice and strong, gusseted from the top and the bottom. And I got 4 to weld. So let's get going. Here's a better look. Gonna weld it all the way around. All 4 sides. Alright, so plates are welded, both sides, and still level, thank God. So now I'm going to put the new bell housing on the motor, put the trans on, put the motor back on so I can build a turbo kit. That way when I get the new motor I can literally just bolt everything up and call it a day. So I'm not going to film putting the motor in because you guys already watched me, so gonna just try to do some YouTube magic here. There you have it. Shout out to Advanced Adapters for the motor mounts. The only reason I had to gusset mine is because my frame rails are not that wide on each side. Also, huge shout out to Cody again for those plates. Now, all we have to do is build a transmission mount, get the motor level. That way it's about 3 degrees leaning back to account for the rake the car's gonna have. I have to get the car at right height and do all that next. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. We have a lot of work coming up. Eric's car is getting a fully built motor, new turbo kit also. I'm building a whole new turbo kit. Getting rid of my full exhaust. Just the back pressure is kind of crazy and it's just causing issues. But we have a lot of work to do. We have to get the cars done before March 29th, I think, or 25th. It's the Downshift Nation season opener at the Coca-Cola Park here in Allentown. And we're gonna have a booth there inside the stadium, where we're going to be sponsoring the two-step battle. We're not going to be in the two-step battle, so not this time, but we're going to be sponsoring that and doing that with Aussie. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We have lots of work to do, lots of things to relocate. Got to clean up my mess I just made, but don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, comment, whatever you want to see. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you soon.